So in the last lectures, we discussed about now we are discussing about how to solve the differential equation first order with initial conditions. And we have discussed about the Taylor series method, Euler's method, modify Euler's method. So these three methods we have already discussed, and we have seen that what is the drawback of each and every method. So if you say about the Taylor's method, so Taylor's method is what it is applicable when the higher derivative of the given function is exists. And second, if you see about the Euler's method, in case of Euler's method, we have to take the much more calculations to obtain the very approximate value. And modified Euler's method, that modified Euler's method is also called predictor character method. Why? Because in that part we have to, again, the calculations are also so lengthy, but within the less number of steps we are able to find out the approximate value of the given differential equation. So now today let us see one more example, two more method. One is called Runge method. So for finding the increment k of y, so now what is our aim? Our aim is to find out the, suppose we want to find y plus k. It is our y1. y1 is equal to y0 plus k, we can say that. So for finding the increment k of y corresponding to an increment h of x by this method, from the given equation, dy dx is equal to y dash, which is equal to f of xy, f of and y of x0 is equal to y0. This is initial condition. So how to calculate the values? So we will first find what is the value of k1. K1 is calculated by h times of f of x0 y0. K2 is calculated by this is k2, h times of f of x0 plus h by 2, y0 plus k1 by 2. This k1 is what? This k1 is obtained from the first step. And then k dash is what? It is h times of f of x0 plus h and y0 plus k1. Again, we are using the k1 over here. And then k3 is equal to h times of f of x0 plus h and y0 plus k dash. K dash is what? It is obtained from this step. And finally, we will get the what is the value of k. It is the average of k1 plus 4k2 plus k3. So k1 plus 4k2 plus k3 divided by 6. And then what are the values of value of k we get? Then we are able to write down the approximate value of the y, which is given by y is equal to y0 plus k. Okay. So this is called, it was given by Runge, so that's why it is called Runge method. So now if you see again, just look here, there are we have taken some notes. What is the Euler's method is called Runge-Kutta method of first order. So now we will see what is the Runge-Kutta method. It is what? It is much more important method, or it is the best approximate method to find out the solution of the differential equation. Just like a Newton-Raphson method was the best method to find out the numerical solution of the algebraic or transcendental equation. So similarly, the Runge-Kutta method is the best method to solve the differential equation of first order. And then, so now this is what Euler's method. We have already seen what is Euler's method. So Euler's method is nothing but it is the first order of RK method of first order. Similarly, modified Euler's method is called the Runge RK method of second order, and Runge method, what we have discussed right now, or what we are discussing about the method, is called the Runge method is called Runge RK method of third order. So today we discuss about both the methods, and the last one, the fourth order RK method, is most commonly used and is often referred as the Runge-Kutta method of fourth order. Okay, so if the question will coming from RK method, so we will always use the fourth order RK method of fourth order. So let us take one example. Okay, let us take first RK method. What is RK method? So for finding the increment k of y corresponding to an increment h of x by this method, from the given differential equation dy dx is equal to y dash is equal to f of xy and y of x0 is equal to y0 is calculated successively. So now we should learn this part, how to get what is k1. K1 is similar to Runge method, h times of f of x0 y0. K2 is equal to h times of f of x0 plus h by 2 y0 plus k1 by 2. K3 is equal to h times of f of x0 plus h by 2 y0 plus k2 by 2, and k4 is equal to h times of f of x0 plus h y0 plus k3. So these are the values of, in Runge method we use k dash instead of k4. And then what is the value of k? K is again here, it is the average of all k1, k2, k3. So average of k1 plus 2k2 plus 2k3 plus k4. So k1 plus 2k2 plus 2k3 plus k4 divided by 6. So with the help of this formula, we are able to find out the value of k. Then our answer will be approximate value. And the approximate value of y is given by y is equal to y0 plus k. Okay, so now this is very important formula, a very important method, and this method will give the correct value of the solution of the given differential equation. So let us take one example. We first take the example of Runge method. Apply Runge method to find an approximate value of y when x is equal to 0.2, given that dy dx is equal to x plus y and initial condition y of 0 is equal to 1. So the given differential equation is dy dx is equal to x plus y, y of 0 is equal to 1. We know that by the Runge method, the approximate value of y1 is given by y1 is equal to y0 plus k. So now what is our aim? Our aim is to find out the value of k. So how to get the value of k? Here we have x0 is equal to 0. This is x0. This is x0. This is y0. Y0 is equal to 1. H is equal to, what is the value of h? It is given since x is equal to 0.2. So h is equal to, because it started from 0. This is x0. And h is equal to 0.2. We have to take only one step. And second, f of x0 y0. So f of x0 y0 is what? It is defined like this. F of x plus y, f of xy is equal to x plus y. So x0 plus y0, but x0 is equal to 0 and y0 is equal to 1. So 0 plus 1 is equal to 1. So this is the value of f of x0 y0. So let us first calculate what is the value of y k1. Let us first take what is the value, calculate what is the value of k1. So k1 is equal to h times of f of x0 y0. And what is the value of h? It is 0.2, and f of x0 y0 is 0 plus 1. So 0.2 into 1, this is 0.2000. We have to consider the approximate value up to 4 decimal. So that's why we have taken 0.2 and 000. Let us consider what is K2. K2 is what? It is h times of f of x0 plus h by 2 and y0 plus k1 by 2. So k1 we have already calculated from the first step. So we put the value of k1 over here. So 0.2, it is the value of h, and x0 is equal to 0, h is equal to 0.2 and divided by 2 plus, because this is what it is, this total term is x and this total term is y. So the what is the form f of xy? So f of xy is x plus y. So we are putting x plus y, and plus what is y0? Y0 is 1. Y0 is 1. And k1 is what? We have already calculated k1, it is 0.2 and divided by 2. So if we again simplify it, this is what? It is 0 plus 0.2 upon 2 is 0.1. So 0.1, this first term, the value of this first term is 0.1. And the value of second term, it is again, if we divide this, it is 0.1. So 1.0.1. So it is 1.1. So if we add it, what we get? 1.2. And if you multiply 0.2 to 1.2, we are getting 0.24. And now we added 20 because we have to consider the value up to 4 decimals. So the value of K2 is equal to 0.2400. Similarly, let us take what is the value of K days. K days is equal to h times of f of x0 plus h, y0 plus k1. So this is, what is h? H is equal to 0.2 multiplied by value of f of x0 plus h. So x0 is equal to 0 and h is equal to 0.2, y0 is 1 and k1 equal to 0.02. So this is 0.2 and it is 1.2. So if we add it, what we are getting 1.4. This 0.2 and 1.2 is what? It is 1.4. And if you multiply this with the 0.2, we are getting 0.280. 0.280. So this is the value of K days. Then what is K3? K3 is equal to h times of f of x0 plus h, y0 plus K days. So this is 0.2. H, the value of h is 0.2 and x0 is 0, h is equal to 0.2 and y0 is equal to 1 and K days, which is calculated 0.280. So this is 0.2. If we add this, 0 plus 0.2 is 0.2 and it is 1.280. So if we add it, what we get, this 2 will be adding. So 0.2 and it is 1.480. And if we multiply it, it is what we are getting, it is 0.2996. So this is the value of K3. Now we will calculate what is the value of K. It is the average of K1 plus 4K2 plus K3. So let us substitute the value of K1. It is 0.2. 4 times of K2, it is 0.4 times of 0.240 and the value of K3 is 0.296. So if we again add it, multiplying this with the 4, we are getting 0.2, 0.96, 0.296, which is equal to 1 upon 6 into 1.456 and the answer is 0.2426. This is the value of K. This is the value of K. So let us find what is the approximate value. Y1 is given by Y1 is equal to Y0 plus K. And what is Y0 over here? Y0 is 1. It is already given in the exam question. So it is Y1 is equal to 1 plus K is equal to, we have calculated it, 0.2426. So 1.2426 is the approximate value of the given equation at x is equal to 0.2. So this is our answer. So this is called Runge method. In Runge method, K days is introduced. So now in the Runge-Kutta method, means RK method, this K days is removed and K3 and K4 are introduced. So let us take one more example of RK method. So apply RK method of fourth order to find an approximate value of y when x equal to 0.2, given that we are taking the same example. Just look here, we are taking the same example, but we are just using the, instead of Runge method, we are using RK method. Okay, so the given differential equation is dy dx is equal to x plus y, y of 0 is equal to 1. So we know that by RK method, the approximate value of y1 is given by y1 is equal to y0 plus k. Here we have what is x0, x0 is 0, x0 is 0, y0 is 1, h is equal to 0.2, f of x0, y0 is x0 plus y0, it is 0 plus 1, which is equal to 1. It is similar to Runge method, what we have calculated in the last example. So similarly, K1 is the same for the both the Runge method and RK method. This is same, 0.2 into 0 plus 1. So we are getting 0.2 into 1 is equal to 0.2000. K2 is equal to H. This is also similar. So its value is 0.24. We have already calculated in the earlier step, last example. Okay. So next is what it is K3. K3 is equal to HF x0 plus h by 2, y0 plus k2 by 2. So let us calculate it. So h is equal to 0.2 multiplied with x0 is 0. H is equal to 0.2 upon 2. This is what it is, the x and this is y. So y is equal to y0 is 1 and k2 upon 2. So k2, what is the value of k2? The value of k2 is equal to 0.24. 0.24 divided by 2. So if we simplify it again, 0.2, it is what? It is 0.1, because this is what? If we divide 0.2 divided by 2 is 0.1. So this is 0.1. This total part is 0.1. And it is 0.12. If we divide 0.24 by 2, it is 0.12 plus 1, it is 1.12. So 1.22 we are getting. And if we multiply it with 0.2, we are getting 0.2440. So this is the value of K3. And the last K4 is equal to h f of x0 plus h and y0 plus K3. So it is 0.2, x0 is 0, h is equal to 0.2, 1 plus 0.2440. This is K3. And if we again simplify it, it is 0.2 and it is 1.2440. If we add it, this is what? This 2 and 2 will add in, and we are getting 1.4440, and it is multiplied with 0.2. So we are getting 0.2888. So this is the value of K4. So let us find out the average value of this K. K is what? It is the average value of K1 plus 2K2 plus 2K3 plus K4. So 1 upon 6. K1 is equal to 0.2. 2 times of K2 is equal to 0.24. And 2 times of K3 is equal to 0.244. And K4 is equal to 0.2888. Let us again simplify it. What is 2 into 0.248? It is 0.480. And if we multiply this by 2, we are getting 0.4888, and it is 0.2888. So if we add all these things, we are getting 1 upon 6 into 1.4568. And if we simplify it again, what we are getting 0.2468. So in the Runge method, we obtained 0.2426. Here we are getting 0.2468. So hence the approximate value y1 is given by y1 is equal to y0 plus k, which is equal to 1.2468. So now it is this, by use the what is the value we obtained here is the most approximate value of the given differential equation up to 4 decimal. So this is RK method. Let us take one more example. Example number 3. Now in the previous example, we have taken very simple example, and that was the only first iteration method. Now the Runge-Kutta method is also used in the to find out the value of y at different values. So let us see here, we want to find the value of y at x equal to 0.2 and x equal to 0.4. So now if we see that, what is x0? X0 is 0. So what here 0, second value is 0.2, third value is 0.4. So if you see what is the common difference of 0.2 minus 0 or 0.4 minus 0.2, so it is h is equal to 0.2. So here we can take h is equal to 0.2. Similarly, we can also find what is the value of 0.6, what is value of 0.8, and so on. We are able to find out all the values, but we will take in the similar methods, similar iterations. Next iteration we take. So let us, given the differential equation is dy dx is equal to y square minus x square divided by y square plus x square. Y of 0 is equal to 1. So we know that by RK method, the approximate value y1 is given by y1 equal to y0 plus k. First, so let us try to find out what is the value of y at x equal to 0.2. So we have to find the value of y at x equal to 0.2. So here we have x0 is equal to 0, y0 equal to 1, h is equal to 0.2, and f of x0, y0 is what? Let us see here f of x, f of 0, 1. So it is, the first one is the y square minus, this is by using this formula. So y square is minus x square divided by y square plus x square. So this is y and this is x. So 1 square minus 0 square upon 1 square plus 0 square. So now this is ultimately the second part is 0. So 1 square upon 1 square is 1. So we are getting 1. F of x0, y0 is 1. So k1 is equal to h times of f of x0, y0. So this is 0.2 into f of 0.1, and now we calculated what is the value of f of 0.1, it is 1. So answer is 0.2000. Let us calculate k2. So if you want to calculate k2, h times of f of x0 plus h by 2, y0 plus k1 by 2. So h is equal to 0.2, and let us first put all this value. X0 is equal to 0, h is equal to 0.2 divided by 2, 1 plus k1 is equal to 0.2 divided by 2. So it is 0.2 f of, now if you simplify this, it is what? It is 0.1, and the second one is 1 plus 0.1. So 1.1. So this is what? It is f of 0.1 and 1.1. So here this is our y and this is x. So if we apply in this formula, this is the f of xy. So f of xy is equal to 0.1, 1.1. So the value of x is equal to 0.1, the value of y is 1.1. So let us put here 0.2 multiplied by 1.1, it is y whole square minus 0.1 whole square divided by 1.1 whole square and plus 0.1 whole square. So then this is y square minus x square, y square plus x square. And if we simplify these things, so now I think this is repeated once more. Let us come to the next step. So 1.1 is what? It is 1.21 minus 0.1 is what? It is 0.01, and it is 1.21 plus 0.01. And if we simplify it, what we are getting, the numerator is 1.20, denominator is 1.22. And if we again simplify this part, it is 0.9836 multiplied with 0.2. We are getting 0.1967. So this is the value of K2. This is the value of K2. Similarly, let us find what is the value of K3. K3 is equal to h times of f of x0 plus h by 2, y0 plus k2 by 2. So again we put h is equal to 0.2, f of 0 plus 0.2 upon 2, 1 plus, now we have to put the value of k2, it is 0.1967 divided by 2. So it is 0.2 into this value is what? It is 0.1, and if we divide this, we are getting 1.0983. So again here this is our x and this is our y. So y square, this is y square minus x square divided by y square plus x square. So if we again simplify this part, we are getting this, and finally we have the answer 0.1967. Similarly, we are able to calculate what is K4. K4 is what? Similar, x0 plus h and y0 plus k3. So 0 plus 0.2, 1 plus 0.1967. So 0.2 into f of 0 to 1.1967, correct? And then 0.2, and again here this is our y and this is our x. So y square minus x square divided by y square plus x square. So the final answer is 0.1891. Okay, so now we have calculated K1, K2, K3. So let us take what is K. K is the average of K1 plus 2K2 plus 2K3 plus K4. So let us substitute all values of K1, K2, K3, K4. We get the value of k is equal to 0.1959. So hence the approximate value of y1 is given by y1 equal to y0 plus k, which is 1 plus 0.1959 is 1.1959. So now this is what it is, the value of y at 0.2. Now the next question is what? It is the first part of the question. The second part of the question is we have to calculate the value of y at x equal to 0.4. Okay, so let us come to the next step. So we have to find the approximate value of y at x equal to 0.4. So here we have x1 is equal to, now here instead of x0 we use x1. So x1 will be the initial value for this. Y1, what we have calculated the value of y1, x is equal to 0.2, and f of x1 y1, instead of f of x0 y0 we calculate x1 y1. So x1 is 0.2, y1 is 1.1959. So if we use the formula y square minus x square, this is y square minus x square divided by y square plus x square. So if we again simplify it, we are getting this, and the answer is 0.9455. So this is the value of f of x1 y1. So let us, what is k1? K1 is equal to h times of f of x1 y1 to 0.2, and this we have already calculated. What is its value? It is 0.9455. So we have just substituted its value, and the final answer is 0.1891. It is the value of k1. Similarly, we can calculate k2. So if you want to calculate k2, the h, f of x1 plus h and y1 plus k1 by 2. So this calculation will be as comparing to the first step or first iteration. We are getting the lengthy calculations, but 0.2 plus 0.2 upon 2, this is x0, this is x1, and it is h upon 2, this is y1, and it is k1 upon 2. So if we again simplify it, it is what? It is 2.2 plus 0.1 and 1.1959 plus 0. If we divide this, 0.0945, and then if we simplify it is 0.3, and if we add this we are getting 1.2904. So now this is what it is, f of x y. So again we apply the formula y square minus x square. So this is y square minus x square, y square minus x square divided by y square plus x square. And if we again simplify it, we are getting the answer, it is 0.1795. So this is the value of k2. Similarly, what is the value of k3? Same, in the same manner we are able to calculate it. H is 0.2, f of x1 is 0.2, 0.2 upon 2, this is y1, and the value of k2 is this, k2 divided by 2. So 0.2, f of 0.2 plus 0.1, this is what is the answer of this part? It is 0.0897. So is equal to 0.2 into f of 0.3 and 1.1959 plus this. So finally we are getting 0.2 and f of 0.3, 1.2856. And if we again apply the formula, the answer is 0.2 into 8.8967 is equal to 0.1793. Similarly, we can calculate what is k4. It is h times of f of x1 h plus y1 plus k3, which is equal to 0.2 into f of 0.2 plus 0.2. Correct? And because this h is 0.2, and what is y1? It is 1.1959, and k3 we have calculated 1793. So if we again put in the formula, the value of k4 is equal to 0.1688. Okay, so the final answer k is equal to average of k1 plus 2k2 plus 2k3 plus k4. So this is 0.1792. So hence the approximate value of y2 is given by y2 is equal to y1 plus k is equal to 1.1959. The value of y1 is this, and the k is 0.1792. So answer is 1.3751. So this is what it is, y of 0.4, y of the value of y at x is equal to 0.4, is equal to 1.3751. So now this is second step, or we can say second iteration. Similarly, if you want to find the value of y at 0.6, we again take now this x2. What is the x2? X2 will be 0.2 plus 0.2 means 0.4. This 0.4 will be our x2. This is our y2, and h is equal to 0.2. So we are also able to calculate 0.6, 0.8, 1 like that. Okay, so this is what it is, the RK method, and it is very important method. So everybody has to try to solve this question, this type of question, because compulsory one question will come from RK method of fourth order. So this is fixed in the exam. Okay, so these are some exercise questions. I think a lot of exercise questions are given. Apply RK method. So the first example is from Runge method. Approximate y when x is equal to 1.1, given that this. Second one is the it is again from the Runge-Kutta method of fourth order. So remaining questions from, because the probability of coming the question from Runge method is very less, but the compulsory one question will come from RK method of fourth order. So that's why the lot of examples are given to you. You should try to solve these examples. There are 12 examples we have given to you. So try to solve all these 12 examples. Now here, just see the last example. We have to calculate the value of y at 0.1, 0.2, 0.3, 0.4, 0.5. So this is so we have to take the 5 times. Okay, so now we will this is the last method which is used to find out the approximate value of the given differential equation. Now in the next lecture we study about the predictor character method. So